Hello everyone, we're headed over to Australia. Starting our trip with breakfast. This was on the 18th of May. Our flight was at 7:10 a.m. After eating, my sisters and I explored Changi Airport's Terminal 3 and we came across this movie theater that offered free screening all day. We didn't know that this existed before, so we were pleasantly surprised. The interior was just like a cinema and this movie was playing. None of us knew what this movie was. After about 10 minutes, we headed over to the butterfly garden, which was about 3 minutes away. And we thought that there was no butterfly, but it turns out that they were all sleeping. It's 2 levels, so that was really nice, considering that we had quite some time before our flight. At level 1, we saw this interesting tube, which contained a lot of pupae or pupa. And what's even more interesting is that some of them seem to have hatched a few hours ago. My sister saw the one at the far left just hatch, but she didn't manage to catch it in any vlog, and so neither did I. On our way back, we saw this super duper interesting playground. Unfortunately, it was only up to 12 years old. Finally, it's boarding time! Our flight from Singapore to Brisbane is approximately 7.5 hours. Hello, airplane! A classic, the only thing I go for, Harry Potter. I'm so glad that they have the whole series. Does the hot towel contain any disinfectant? For snacks, we have orange juice and this pizza margarita. Look at that cheese. It's really thick. And for breakfast, we have a non-seafood meal, chicken and mango pudding and bread and water. So it turned out to be chicken pasta. Those were carrots. Chicken potato salad, then the mango pudding as I mentioned. A little update about our journey. We're left with 27 minutes before we reach Brisbane, and on our left we can see this, and on our right 3, 2, 1, 0. You can see this in the top view. Our landing view, this was so beautiful. It was just vast empty lands, just vast greenery. This is the actual landing footage. It isn't sped up or anything. I love taking videos of the takeoffs and landings from inside the airplane and putting them into vlogs. I think that that's also part of the travel. So as you heard, some glass or wine did cling onto each other. When we landed, the airplane kind of swerved a little to the left. I think it was pretty windy when we landed. Hence, that's why it swerved to the left. We rented the car from Brisbane Airport. This is the Kia Carnival, which seats 7 people and many luggages. We landed at around 5 p.m. Australian time and we immediately went to Coles New Farm, which was the nearest Coles that was open until 10 p.m. to get our groceries. Breath of fresh Australian air. Take a look at the cart and all those Tim Tams. because we are staying in an apartment, which meant that there's no in-room dining or anything like that, and the restaurants in the vicinity also closes early. In fact, everything closes so early in Australia, which is a stark difference from Singapore or any other countries that we've been to so far. But all's good because the food in Australia is chef's kiss. This was really really cute. Imagine having a birthday in Australia. And the cakes, look at all the cakes that you can choose from in the grocery store. You can see me pointing to the tiramisu. I really 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 love tiramisu. My sister went for pistachio. She and my mom really loves pistachio. Once again, I asked for tiramisu to be placed on the cart. Based on the meat that we're choosing, can you guess what we're cooking or my parents are cooking tonight? And a little update in our cart, we have rice, definitely an essential, iodized salt, another essential, the meat, and I saw this super interesting anti-mosquito repellent, anti-mosquito or mosquito repellent. It's a band, so you just have to wear the band essentially. You don't have to spray yourself, but it was so expensive. Then toothpaste. I have sensitive teeth, so I have to get sensitive toothpaste. The choices of granola is just beautiful. The choices of food in general in Australian supermarkets is just beautiful. So my sister and I did go for this chocolate granola. I really love chocolate. Anything chocolate, I'll eat. Look at our cart. Drinks have been added: eggs, bread, cereal, granola tissue. And I saw this Kit Kat flavor that I've never seen before, at least not on our previous trip there or any other countries. So into the cart it goes. Then we made our way to our Apatu, Quest South Brisbane, which was 9 minutes away. And finally, we've arrived at our Apatu. My sisters and I are staying in one room, hence there's 3 beds inside here. It's so huge. You can see we have our own kitchen and a toilet, which is normal. I love that the sink is so deep. I love that. And then we are going into the living room and the kitchen and the dining room. This is the main shared kitchen. There's a dishwasher and there's a laundry. All our groceries are displayed on the table. And here is the view from the balcony. We stayed at the 11th floor, which gave us a lot of view to see. We saw this Biscoff donut from TikTok. It looked really good, so we really wanted to try it. And it was okay. I didn't really like how the donuts were fried. I don't like fried donuts. The Biscoff was thinly spread, which was nice, but overall the donut was fried and I didn't like that. And then my dad taught us how to cook rice from the pot because we've only grown up cooking rice from the rice cooker, so we didn't have to measure or anything like that. Learned a new skill in Australia. Anyway, we did use bottled water. While my dad was in charge of rice, my mom was cooking the steak together with one of my sister. Do you like garlic? Because I love garlic. I can eat garlic on its own. Okay, so when the rice comes to a boil, reduce the heat to the lowest and just let it simmer or boil. Don't know the difference until all of the water is gone. And here is our dinner table. We have the steak, the cakes, and good morning Australia, official day number 1. Specifically Brisbane. Look at the morning traffic. This was at around 7:30 a.m. I saw this coffee brand that I've never seen before, and I was so intrigued because take a look at the cap. It's like that. I've just never seen coffee with that kind of cap. And here is me trying to open. I managed to open it. Great. Now I'm going to try the coffee with our breakfast spread: croissant, egg, ham. We saw a Brisbane rainbow. It's such a plus that our apartment had its own laundry, so it just made everything more convenient. This particular laundry you can wash and you can dry as well, and it's not the normal dry. You can choose between hot or cold dry. Love it. Also, the washing temperature, I think it's really important to always choose cold so that your clothes doesn't shrink. As also, when you dry your clothes, just choose cold. This is me trying to be aesthetic. Clearly it wasn't an aesthetic view, and I'll realize this later, and I'll change this later. And the reason why I placed you inside is because I was worried that the bird would just snatch away my phone while I'm filming, like while I'm trying to film this aesthetic kind of footages. So but these are my attempts at showing you my OOTD. Okay, so let me give you a quick tour at what's around Quest South Brisbane. So at a glance, this is our view. You can see this highway. I forgot the name, even though we went there so many times. Oh, anyway, that's the stadium. And in this direction is the Kangaroo Cliff Lookout, as well as the City Botanic Gardens behind that building. So you can't see it from here. And the view at the other side. Burger from Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary. Yummy. Look at the cheese. This burger was really good, by the way. Then 10 minutes away is beautiful skies. We're headed over to Queen Street Mall. This was at around 2 p.m. Beautiful sceneries, beautiful views. Our first stop was Dimog's, Queensland's largest bookstore. My sister had a goal of buying Jellycat, and for me, I really wanted to get this book from Paper Blanks, like their notebooks. I love the covering. I was so tempted to get it, but like it's a little bit overpriced, so I didn't. And then this bird wasn't scared of us, it was so near us. And then we went to this souvenir store, Australian souvenir store, whose name I'll show you later on. And I think that this store is really a must visit because it really showed you an insight into what the country offers, into the culture of the country. And yeah, I was kind of tempted to get this, and I was also kind of tempted to get this. These are gemstone key chains. Like, what? This was really unique. Like, I've never seen this before from anywhere, unfortunately. Or maybe not unfortunately, but I just didn't get it in the end, which was really okay. Now when I travel, I ask myself if I need it. Like, I know I want it, I know I really want it, but do I need it? Do I need it? Most of the time the answer is no. Oh, anyway, that's the name of the store. Let's rewind a little bit. Australia the Gift. Next door is Target. They have a lot of really nice items: clothing, bags, shoes. Look at these boots. These sandals, these Uggs, these winter boots, and simple tote bags. This was really nice, but it was a little bit heavy. They also have plenty of branded items and beauty items. Back to the boots. This knit was really well made, and it was really soft as well. I've been into brown recently, so this caught my eye, but the fur wasn't as soft and comfy as it looks. A classic trench coat. Then we took a walk along Queen Street Mall. I love it when the stores are standalone. So you go into a building and then you go out of the building. This was at Zara. I saw this design once again. I first saw this when I was in Singapore and oh, I was so tempted. Then I saw another puffer. I really love Zara's designs. Like sometimes they hit, and those two puffers are what I like. Take a look at this Apple store. This was at Big W. I tried this pair on and I bought it. More winter boots. I think that they're so nice, just that my fashion doesn't really call for them. Then we took a look at some safety shoes. This is me testing out the front part of the shoe. I was knocking to see whether like there's really metal there. I really love this design, Forge. Unfortunately, they didn't have my size and safety shoes are so heavy. Oh, I tried it. Looks so chunky. Like the ones that are slightly bigger for my normal size. Look at those baby socks, they're so tiny. And I saw some coffee grinder, but I didn't know how they work. Like it's supposed to be electronic. I just couldn't figure out how they work. The child in me is screaming. Look at the selection of books and a whole series at that. And look at how affordable they are. I'm just so amazed by how one store sells everything that you can think of that you need. My sister was looking to buy a new luggage in this trip, and so here she is. If you can't tell, this pillow was so long, like super duper duper long. My arm was half of it. A classic ending our day with grocery. Their avocados is always avocadoing. When traveling, I think that it's still really important to take care of your gut health and to consume yogurt or Yakult. For me, personally, I like drinking Yakult. They have so many choices of coffee. Just look at Nescafe. They have so many different options for you to choose from. Coffee heaven. Here we finally remembered to get some fabric softener. Or this fabric softener, but the ones that makes your clothes smell better. An essential. Eggs. Apparently Australia is having egg shortage right now. These are really good, by the way. They don't taste preservative-y at all. I really avoid any food that tastes super duper preservative, purely because it's not healthy for you and purely because it doesn't taste good. The sign says prepare to shop. We decided to have a chilly picnic dinner picnic at Kangaroo Point Cliff, which was 10 minutes away. And now we're at Kangaroo Point Cliff at night. You can rock climb here, but you'll need a permit, i.e. you need to pay to climb here. We had Red Rooster drive-thru for dinner. The skyline of Brisbane. I love these plants. Good morning, Brisbane. We had eggs, croissants, some fruits, and coffee for breakfast. And here's some morning view from our apartment. Just warming up my coffee, but it was too cold to put my whole body outside, so it's only my hand and the cup holding the coffee. Such a beautiful sunrise. In person, you can really see the sun rays. This morning, we are headed over to... I don't want to say it yet. Stay tuned. But I had to take videos of our journey there because I just find it so fascinating what the locals see in their day-to-day life and how they live their life, the sights, sceneries that they see as they move around the country. That for us is just a side of holiday destination. I wanted to keep all these small details in my memory, like not just in my memory but in a tangible memory in the form of videos or photos. And as tourists, we don't really know our way around the country, so This was us. We had to make a U-turn back to the roundabout where we missed our turn. But no regrets because we saw this Mount Cootha tourist drive sign. And another sign, Mount Cootha Botanic Gardens. And now you know where we're headed to, Mount Cootha Botanic Gardens, which is half an hour away from where we stayed. Today's OOTD. Brisbane's autumn weather was not that cold. I could still afford to wear what I was wearing, which was a pair of sandals, a relatively short or long dress, knee-length dress, and a puffer. And this marks the first of the many Botanic Gardens maps that I'm collecting in my lifetime. A quick overview of Mount Cootha Botanic Gardens. If you're heading over to Brisbane, I highly recommend heading over to this place. You'll see, I vlogged the whole thing. You can see for yourself. And it's so much different if you go in person in real life, so I suggest that you visit this place as well. Our first stop was the tropical display dome, purely to go to the washroom because the one at the entrance was full, so the next nearest one was at this place. We went in and we went up, but turns out it was outside at level 1. Just for your precious information in case you ever need to go to the washroom when you first reach your destination. Seeing this tempted me to visit a place with a desert. Just look at all those plants. Okay, so at the middle of this whole screen is the tropical display dome, and that's where we're at. And this is the view around the tropical display dome. And since we were here already, we just decided to explore the tropical display dome as the first place of exploration, which wasn't that in the map or in the guide that you saw, but efficiency at its finest. And since we were right in front of the fern house, why not? Where are the roots? 4-leaf clovers. Look above. I wonder what those nets are for. When you see an interesting plant, just take a shot. The reason why my family was gathered here, as you saw in the previous clip, is to take a video of this scene. And naturally, I just took a video as well. And this plant was huge. I can't compare it with anything to show you, but just come in person and you'll see what I mean. The sign said beware of snakes. Now we're back at the entrance to properly start the trail as they suggested in the map. So many pretty unique pink flowers. Can you see the bee pollinating the flower? I love wide expansive places like this. Just endless. I've only seen those trees online. It felt so different seeing them in person. As we were enjoying the sight, my dad spotted something moving in the waters and he pointed it out to us. At first, we thought it was a water snake, but it turned out to be... You'll see later. Just another day pecking at leaves and just another video of the trees. So many wonder sights. This was what was moving in the water, an eel. Okay, so just to give you an idea of where we are not here. We are at the water lily, the pink ones on the right side of the map. Yes, now this is better. Water lily lakes. You can tell how hard I'm trying to orientate myself with the map and the location. Anyway, you are looking at the water lily lakes, and we are at this spot of the water lily lakes. In fact, this whole region is the water lily lakes, the whole expanse of the water body. And if we keep looking straight from this direction, we are looking at the orange part, the Ross McKinnon Lagoon. When you find a good photo spot, the whole family must have a go. Walking along Water Lily Lake, the leftmost pink path. Apple blossoms. Water lilies. I finally know what these are called. They're willow trees. We decided to have a quick rest and snack, and look who came. Afterwards, due to time constraint, we decided to skip the orange trail, which was okay because we could see what it entails, as you can see from this video. So now we're just going to follow the pink path. This garden bed was so intriguing because it looked so unreal, but it's real. We're passing through the desert and the fern place again. Keep a lookout for these signages, they're really helpful. We're heading to the Japanese garden and exotic rainforest direction, as you can see in the map. Signs of the bamboo and Japanese garden. I didn't know bamboos can grow to such a height, and the sounds that they make when the winds blow is just music to the ears. A closer look at the Japanese garden, it's really giving Japan. Our next stop up ahead was the bonsai house. At the entrance, if you turn left and just keep walking in, you'll get an overview, a sky view of the Japanese garden. This tree branched out and occupied such a wide space above. A musical leaf. We just kept walking up and soon we'll reach the blue area. At the peak of the pink area, to our great surprise, we saw a bunch of poinsettias. This is poinsettia, and it's the leaves that turn red. Like I thought it was a flower, but no, the leaves turns red. We also saw a snake. In a while, I'll be zooming in onto the snake, and here it is, the snake. Can you see? It's camouflaging. Okay, now we're at the P parking area. Soon we're heading over to the blue trail, and we're now at the blue trail. We were greeted by quite a lot of eucalyptus trees, so we had our eyes wide open in case we saw a koala, which we didn't. What you're about to see is the green trail, the Melalika Lake. And just to give you a heads up of the trail we're taking, we're right here at this part, resting and taking a snack again. We're going to take that trail in, and out, just a small circle, because the family's really tired of walking. Macadamia nut. Just look at how tall these trees are. I never stop getting amazed. For the blue trail, if you can remember the map, if you don't take the path below where the trees are, you can take this path where the road is, and it will lead you to this beautiful place with so many Christmas-y trees. Of the blue trail, just take the path on the road and head down to the Botanic Gardens lookout, where you'll find this. And if you head further down to the washroom area, just behind the washroom, you see this, or at least we saw this, like they're building something. And then just take the path on the road down onto the entrance. It's a shortcut, a total shortcut, like you'll be there in 5 minutes. From the top, the green and blue trail, just take the path on the right, the gray ones, which denotes the road, and you'll be at the entrance in no time. Like I said, true, tried and tested. Seems like you can take a bus here as well. I'm not sure if it's a shuttle or public bus though. We drove up to the peak of Mount Cootha. I love the sun. A closer look at Australian Brisbane houses. So interesting. It's a library booth. Closer look and you'll see books inside it. I want to go in one. We drove over to Tuong village to have a much needed lunch at Nando's. We had plenty of Nando's when we went to Melbourne last year, but this Nando's wasn't giving. And then we headed over to Woolworths to do our daily grocery, breakfast for tomorrow and dinner for that night. I don't know what she was amazed by. Pick your bananas. It's cute how all of the fruits and vegetables have their own little snuggly corner. Australia's avocados are so good. Afterwards, we went to see the flyer and the Brisbane sign. I think there was a Shakespeare play happening. For dinner, we had sinigang in lime, I think, and rice and fruits. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you like this video, and stay tuned for Gold Coast, Coffs Harbour, Sydney, and Wollongong.